Hi everyone, and welcome to this course on React.js for e-commerce. This course will basically teach you how to build an e-commerce store using React.js. I'm sure you're all excited about it, and I am excited as well, because it's an extremely interesting topic, and I hope that you'll like it. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. In this course, you'll learn how to use the React.js library to develop an e-commerce website. You'll also learn about the different elements that make up a perfect e-commerce store and how to set them up using the React.js platform. So we'll also show you how to create products and cart pages. We'll see how to integrate payment methods and design other aspects of the site. So we have a lot on our plate. So without further ado, let's begin. First things first, what is e-commerce? So put simply, e-commerce is short for electronic commerce, and it refers to the purchase and sale of products and services through the internet. It includes a variety of activities like online retail, digital marketing, and electronic payments. E-commerce has developed rapidly in recent years, mainly thanks to the increased availability of high-speed internet and the growing number of internet users through the world. The most widespread type of e-commerce is online retail, which is sometimes called e-tailing. It allows customers to buy items and services directly from a website rather than visiting a physical store. So many e-tailers today sell a wide range of goods and services such as electronics, household goods, or even food. If you think about important online marketplaces like Amazon and eBay, they have also grown in popularity as sites where people purchase and sell items. Okay, so digital marketing. Another type of e-commerce is digital marketing, which involves the use of digital channels like search engines, social media, and email communication to advertise and sell items and services. Examples of digital marketing include search engine optimization, SEO, which is used to boost website exposure and search results, pay-per-click, PPC advertising, and social media. Affiliate marketing, in which businesses pay affiliates to advertise their products or services on their own websites, is also a part of digital marketing. Okay, next we have electronic payments. Electronic payments, often known as e-payments, are the process of conducting financial transactions through the internet. This covers credit card payments, bank transfers, and digital wallets. This type of e-commerce has gained in popularity since it allows customers to make payments online in an easy and safe manner. Okay, next we have core component. E-commerce encompasses, in addition to these essential components, more technical technologies like artificial intelligence and virtual reality. These technologies are used to improve the consumer experience, customize the purchasing experience, and increase the e-commerce's supply chain efficiency. Basically, e-commerce has had a significant influence on how we live and conduct business. It has boosted customer convenience by offering a greater selection of items and services and making it simpler to purchase from the comfort of our own homes. It has also created a worldwide platform for small enterprises to sell their products and services, resulting in greater competition and innovation in the marketplace. However, e-commerce can pose certain challenges. The problem of security and privacy is one such concern, since the online nature of e-commerce makes it more vulnerable to hacks and fraud. Furthermore, this proliferation of online stores has increased competition and pressure on brick-and-mortar retailers, resulting in employment losses in the retail industry. Okay. Then, to summarize, I'd say that e-commerce is a quickly expanding area that includes a wide range of activities, such as online retail, digital marketing, and electronic payments. It has had a huge influence on the way we live and do business, offering enhanced convenience for consumers and a global platform for small enterprises to market their products and services. It does, however, present certain issues, notably in terms of security and privacy, and has resulted in increasing rivalry and pressure on physical retailers. Alright, so that was it for this lecture, and now on to the next one. React.js is one of the essential technologies that fuels the developing e-commerce sector. React is a JavaScript package that allows developers to create component-based user interfaces. This makes it an effective tool for developing e-commerce websites since it provides simple code reuse and a high degree of flexibility. Okay, so now what about the features? One of React's important advantages is its ability to handle dynamic data. This is critical for an e-commerce website, since it can update itself in real time to reflect changes in inventory, price, and other information. React's ability to manage complicated user interactions is a key feature that makes it so useful. Filtering products from a list, adding things to a basket, and processing payments are all common activities on an e-commerce website. React's robust event structure makes it simple to manage these interactions. This enables developers to construct custom event handlers that respond to user activities and adjust the application's state accordingly. In addition to these fundamental functionalities, React can be used to add more features to an e-commerce website. The developer can, for instance, put in place product rankings and ratings that customers can add. It can also be possible to create product recommendations based on what the customer is currently looking at or buying. These are just a few examples, but trust me, there is a lot more. It is crucial to optimize the website's performance to guarantee that it works well. One method is to use React to achieve server-side rendering, SSR. This enables the website to load material and layout on the server before rendering it on the client, which can improve initial load time and make the website more accessible to people with sluggish internet connections. Alright, so that was it for this lecture, and see you in the next one. Alright, so to begin constructing an e-commerce website with React, you must first create a development environment. Typically, this entails installing Node.js, a JavaScript runtime that may be used to run JavaScript on the server side. You will also need to install a package manager such as npm or yarn to conveniently install and manage the numerous libraries and dependencies that will be required for your project. After you've set up your development environment, you can begin building your e-commerce website. One of the first steps will be to design a basic layout for your website. This may be accomplished with a combination of HTML and CSS languages, and you can embed your React components into the HTML using React's JSX syntax. After this, you will need to design a collection of components that will become the various elements of your e-commerce website. Product listings, filters, and a shopping cart are examples of these components. React's state and props system may be used to manage the data that each component requires, and the event system can be used to handle user interactions. Once your building blocks are in place, you can begin working on the logic of your e-commerce website. This might include adding products to the shopping cart, processing payments, and updating inventories. You may use React setStates function to update the state of your components in response to user interactions, and you can handle more complicated logics as well by using a range of different libraries and frameworks. Finally, your e-commerce website must be deployed into a production environment. Typically, this would include using a tool like Webpack to bundle your code into a single file that can be served to consumers. Other tools and services such as hosting, security, and performance optimization are also available. Alright, and now on to security. A very important component of an e-commerce website is its security. To guard against typical online vulnerabilities such as XSS and SQL injection attacks, React can be combined with different security mechanisms like content security policies, rate restriction, and input validation. Okay, so to summarize, creating an e-commerce website with React.js has several advantages. Its component-based architecture allows for easy code reuse and high flexibility, while its ability to manage dynamic data, sophisticated user interactions, and responsive design provides an excellent user experience. Furthermore, the flexibility to handle various product kinds, numerous payment methods, and to add a variety of other features makes it one of the best tools to develop an e-commerce website. It is critical to keep in mind the website's performance and security in order to deliver a smooth and secure experience for customers. Alright, so that was it for this lecture, and now on to the next one. Hi guys, and welcome to this new lecture on the installation process of the React app. So in this lecture we'll learn how to create a web application. To do so, you'll first need to install React. This can be done by creating a folder which is called React. Now, as you can see, launching the terminal, typing npx create-react-app, and then adding the project's name to the command, which will be my app for the time being. When you press the enter key, the my app folder will be created in the React folder, and all of the essential React application related installations will take place. The time required for the installation to be completed will depend on your operating system's specs. If these are high, the installation should only take a few seconds. Otherwise, it could take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. Certain instructions will automatically be provided in the terminal once the application has been fully installed. Okay, so let's try it out. So first, choose the My App folder because the React folder is already chosen by default. Use the command cd my app to select the My App folder. Run the command npm start after that, then press enter. After you press the enter key, a localhost link should appear in the terminal and your program will launch automatically in the browser. The program is now installed and functioning on the browser. Alright, so on top of that, the terminal provides a local host link. And yeah, great, well done. So, the following lecture will cover folder organization, and you'll also learn which files you should keep in the My App folder and which ones you should delete. Okay, so let's see that in the next lecture. And that's it for now, so let's move on. Hi everyone, and welcome to this new lecture on the React folder structure. So let's continue our course by examining the contents of the My App folder to determine what is needed and what isn't. The folder with the name Node Modules will be the first thing that you'll see when you open the My App folder. This is one of the most crucial and significant components of every program. Every time you will install an application for any framework, a subdirectory called node_modules will already be there. It's basically where everything related to your framework will be installed. The node_modules subdirectory also contains all of the React's dependencies. On top of this, the node_modules folder has installations for React DOM transitive dependencies, Babel, etc. Node_modules is also crucial for a project to function in a browser, so it's really important. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Alright, so after node_modules, you can find the public folder. So this folder contains files with certain icons and HTML that are browser based. The source folder, which comes after the public folder, is the most important section of the React application. This source folder contains a variety of files. There will be some file deletions from the source folder. After this, we have two files that are named package-lock.json and package.json respectively. So the package.json file contains all of the accessories. This file would also display the project name, application version, and React dependencies. For example, React, React DOM, React scripts, and Web Vitals are all dependent. Any new npm, React dependency, or other library that you will install will automatically be added to the package.json file. Both files have a small difference. Indeed, while dependencies are only briefly explained in the package.json file, they are properly and completely explained in the package-lock.json file. The package-lock.json file contains most of the key dependencies. Okay, next we have the readme.md file. When you add your project to GitHub, or if you wish to add project-related information, you can customize the readme.md file to include the information you want. Okay, so this summarizes well the different files we can see here. Let's go back to the source folder now. The first thing in this folder is the app.css file. This file contains all the history of modifications and design related work. Okay, so an error should appear in the browser when you delete it. Because of that, just remove the date from the app.js file. Okay, so then please delete the file app.test.js. Actually, just remove all the files here other than, app.js, index.css and index.js, so you can remove the rest. You will now see many errors if you open a browser. So to fix these issues, go to the index.js file, remove the report web vitals and save the file. Once that's done, you should be able to see, if you open your browser now, that all of the errors are now gone and the blank screen is appearing. Go to the app.js file and use ref-c to see if the application is working correctly or not at this point. So ref-c is a key shortcut which includes the commands react, arrow, function, export, and component is. So by default, the ref-c command is used to obtain the React code. By default, a component with the name app will be produced when you run that command, and after using the command, the app will be printed in the browser if you save the file. Okay guys, so that's all for today's lecture on how to manage the React folder structure and which files should be imported in React related source folders. I hope you liked it and see you soon in the next lecture.